Welcome to the Ultimate Fancast, where fans are the star of the show. Each week we explore the epic co-created Battle Bunnies franchise from legendary artists Frank and Crystal LaNatra and the team at Junkbox Studios. Ultimate fans join BBS, Lord L, and Brian as they dive deep into the extraordinary world of the Battle Bunnies. Plus, we'll be your guides and take you backstage with the creators and actors who are captivating family audiences worldwide. Are you ready to meet this week's Ultimate Fan? It's time to fan up and enjoy the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening here at the Ultimate Fancast, where the fans are the stars, right? And today we have a superstar on the backstage. We have one of the OGs. He's been from day one. He's so commonly known as Hesk, or if you don't know, it's Travis, man. Welcome to the stage, Travis.
Hey, welcome, Travis.
Thank you very much.
A dirty pirate. Did I say dirty? I shouldn't say dirty. But he is a
No,
pirate.
not dirty.
You're going there already. You're already going to the dirty pirate thing. Because
right.
you're a shaman. Luke's a shaman, of course.
It's only when the pirates come on stage. Unfortunately, they just have this morale about them. I don't know. We got one up on the top right hand side there, BBS. So you can understand.
Actually, I think let me get to the. I can share my screen and we can show some of Travis's. Hold on just a second. I'll grab that. Let's go there. This is the show. This is one of yours, right, Travis?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's my ultimate hero.
That's your ultimate. And what's his name?
Her name's Hesk.
Hesk. Her name is Hesk. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. She's a beauty. And I don't even like pirates. I'm
one by
Viking.
one. We're converting.
I'm
them,
generic.
Travis,
I'm a Viking, right? So yeah. But we appreciate you coming on and joining us on the show. This is your sweet PFP. Where's this from?
That's from Carcaeus.
From the Carcaeus. Very nice. And then and you guys were talking about this in the pre-show, right? This is your dead boy.
Correct.
Very cool. Anything special about this? I don't know anything about this project, so you guys are all involved in Carcaeus and Dead Boys, and is there?
Well, commonly known as the trifecta. So way back when we had the Carcaeus, we had the Battle Bunnies, and we had the Bored to Death, and we all work in unison, and it's kind of where we all met each other. It's like kind of the same time as we're all in Richmond together, and this is the OGs, and that's when we say when Travis is an OG, he is an OG from day one, and he's day one in pretty much all three of the servers. So and that was one of our customs. That was the Cube Boy. So it was one of his customs that he got from his Dead Boys. So it's awesome to have you here, Travis, man, because you are royalty in this space. Self-titled, obviously, non-financial, but you've definitely been around the time, and I got to personally meet you in Richmond last year, and can't wait to see you again in person again this year. So it's we definitely go way back in the sense of the Web3, and we jump around to the same communities, and we're all like-minded, and we're all loving the same things, which is obviously the art and the community. And that's why, man, I'm glad to have you here. And obviously, I say this all the time, but we are all ultimate fans, and that's why we're here. And
so take us back. How did it all start? What was it like in the early days in the trifecta?
Oh, me?
No, I was asking Travis. I was asking Travis. Oh, sorry. I should have. I wasn't talking to Luke. Luke, we don't care about what Luke's saying about.
Fans of the stars.
That's not true, Luke. We care about what you say.
We care about Luke because he's, obviously he's an ultimate fan too. But no, we brought you on, Travis, because we want to hear your story. We want to hear about your OG days. We've talked to Luke before. We have an idea.
Don't mind
Don't mind that guy over there on the right.
So it's fine.
But no. What was it like in the early days, when things got started?
It was really weird for me because I was one of the ones that was brought in from the tattoo community, so I had no idea about NFTs or anything prior to that. And I seen Frank start the Discord, I want to say maybe a couple months before the project started. And I joined it just to see what it was, but I never really used Discord. So I kind of just ignored it for a little bit.
Right.
Until I went to go get tattooed by Jesse a couple months later. And he told me about how he was starting up Carchaeus, and he made me join his Discord. And then, I had nothing else to do while I was getting tattooed. So I started trying to figure out Discord, floating back and forth between Carchaeus and Battle Bunnies, trying to figure out what's going on. And then it was maybe like a month after that is when the big interviews were coming out with Food Fight and Frank. And, they were talking about everything that was going to be coming. And, when the Battle Bunnies blew up over like 3 days, where it was just like, that was the big thing everyone was talking about. Everyone was coming in, and then we saw who the true fans were that stayed. And then it was shortly after that I got introduced to the Bored to Death, because I remember they were doing some wheel raffle to get I can't remember what the title was. The title that allowed you to mint the Spartan. And I remember looking at the price, not knowing much about NFTs. I'm like, well, I can't really financially afford this right now. So, I was still in the Pirates. I think it was Pirate Mothy, since he's the head pirate. I let him give away my title to somebody who deserved it. And then next thing you know, he's like, hey, we're going to give you something in return. And it was a dead boy. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to start looking into this, see what this is about. And I thought they were sweet. So that was kind of how I got into the 3 of them, because they started the spaces where, Javi, Frank, and Jesse, they would all come in, and talk about the projects. But then all 3 projects had their each individual spaces. So I'm sitting here like going to 4 spaces a week. I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. All these people are pretty neat. And then the next thing you know, we were all at Richmond having a good time, getting our ghosts. It's been a pretty fun ride. I didn't expect to have this much fun or meet this many awesome people.
Yeah, the community is awesome. I've only been around for the last May to now September, 5-6 months, something like that, and just blown away by the community, like just all the different people that I've met through the Battle Bunnies. And then I've been introduced to some of these other projects that have come out of the Battle Bunnies, but not like you guys. Like you guys, OG trifecta, involved in all those areas. So I feel like I'm still way behind on like everything. So now that was good to hear, like just all the cool people that you're meeting through the community. Cause I mean, we wouldn't be doing this Fancast if it wasn't for the community, getting introduced to BBS and to Luke through that. And, it just, we're having such a great time just getting on here and talking about the bunnies. Is there like in your time here, is there one thing that you gravitate more towards than other things? Do you like the art? Are you looking forward to the TCG? Like what are your favorite things about the Battle Bunnies community?
Well, for sure, my number one's the art. At this point now that I am like a year and a half deep, I don't care about price. I don't care about selling and getting money back. I'm just all here for the art.
Right.
But that's probably the fact that I came from the tattoo community. And when I'm not getting tattooed, I'm already buying, prints and framing them and putting them up in my house. So with me, it's all art.
Yeah. And that was, to me, that's the exact same as how I got involved too, seeing something of Harvey's on Instagram, just randomly, didn't know anything about NFTs, and then jumping into it. And then from then on, it just spread. So the art is 100% like on its own, holds its weight and value. And then you've got the community and the rest involved. It just adds to it.
Oh, for sure. Like, I see Frank putting out, when he goes to the conventions for the Battle Bunnies, you see him bringing that exclusive merch. And I see all you guys geeking out over these awesome canvases. And I love them because I geek out too and buy them. But then I stand back and I look at the tattoo community, and it just, we're not, where there's a lot of other different styles. So not, everyone's geeking out over the same artist. And I'll sit here and look at my house, and I'll look at these other canvases prior to the Battle Bunnies that I picked up from Frank. And I'm like, it just makes me appreciate them a whole lot more, along with the Battle Bunny stuff.
Mm-hmm. I remember last year in Richmond, I reckon, last year in Richmond, when we were play testing the TCG game, I know you definitely helped explain a lot of what was going on for the mechanisms back then, and how excited are you to see how much it's evolved, and like what's going on now on it? Like you were part of the original playing testing from the day one. Like it's going to be a massive eye opener for, I guess, me and you both playing this time around, being so different.
I'm so excited, but I feel like the roles are going to be reversed, where the people who've been playtesting a lot are going to have to walk me through it now. So I mean, I try and make the spaces at 9 o'clock, but it's man, by then it's I'm tired, and I'm laying in bed, and I'll pop in every now and then, which is while I'm laying in bed, which is why I don't talk, because there's someone else right next to me. I'm just trying to keep it quiet.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see how it's evolved. I'm excited to see the physical cards and get them in my hand and look at them, open them, sleeve them up, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. And being a massive part of the bunnies from the start too, it just adds that extra bit, because like I said, we were playing the TCG on cutout pieces of paper a year ago. And now we're going to have a fully fledged deck that's going to be available for the world. Man, and like you said, who would have thought 15 months deep or whatever would be where we are right now? Literally then it was a pipe dream, but with obviously the attitude that Frank and Krista have, man, now that we know when they say something, man, chances are it's going to be huge. And obviously it was community built, so you're a massive part of building it to originally. So man, it's going to be super, super awesome.
Oh, I can't wait, man. I remember, a year ago getting the list from you guys online and putting them on a flash drive, run over to Office Max, be like, hey, I need 2 copies of everything on here. And then going home and cutting them out, sleeving them up. Just so I could be prepared to bring them for everyone at Richmond.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That's awesome. Now, do you know, will your pirate be in this first deck of pirates that's coming out with the game? Or do you have more than one?
I have one. To my knowledge, it is. But I've yet to see the art for it, so I'm kind of excited for that.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all kind of as we're recording this is September. The Richmond show is in October. I think your episode most likely will come out in October. So right about the time when the TCG is coming out. So, we'll be dripping these out weekly. So, so we'll get to see by then, is it, your card, you'll have your card in your hands the next time when this actually comes out, which is really cool.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah. BBS or Luke, do you guys have cards? I think your Grace, she's in it, right? Is she going to be one of the cards?
Grace is in there. So Grace is in there. Only female pirate. And when she comes out, she gives a +1/+1 to the left and the right pirate. Which is pretty awesome.
I don't currently have one because I'm waiting for the shamans. I'm going to have mine.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're shaman. Yeah. So it's shamans and Vikings first, right? Is that correct? And then it'll be the Valkyries and the shaman, or not?
Yeah,
first. Yeah.
Pirates and Vikings. Yeah. We'll be in this first set. Which, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. And I don't have a card in the deck, so
mine happened last minute. So I mean, I wasn't supposed to happen either, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't named any of my cards, so actually, I take that back. I've named a couple of them. I haven't put them in the grimoire. Have you written backstories on yours, Travis? Did you do the backstory and put yours out there on the grimoire for Hesk and Captain Buggy and some of your others?
Yes, I put in the one for Hesk, obviously, and then Captain Buggy, that was easy since I already had the story. I just reposted it. I also did my legendary Valkyrie. She was like my first mint when I got some funds set aside to be able to mint. So I'm like, that's pretty special. And then I did my Spartan. So I have 4 in the grimoire.
Very nice. Yeah, I own Dark Matter, but somebody else wrote the backstory on Dark Matter. I didn't write like that. I picked up somebody and it was a cool backstory, so I was like, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I got that off of Crayons. Crayons was just he was interested in selling, I was interested in buying, so we made an exchange, and now I'm picked. I think Dark Matter originally was one of the animators. Like one of John's team members got it stolen. Crayons was able to pick it up off the secondary market, and I'm the third owner, I guess, of it. But I love the fact that these all have like, or not all of these, a few of these have backstories. So
Well, they've all got a backstory, Brian. It's just this one's just lived in this wallet and it ain't going anywhere. That's the backstory.
yeah, none of Travis's are leaving his wallet. So were you in the first book by chance? Like I can't like were you in the Unlikely Spartan? Like was your character part of that? I can't remember.
I was not. Because by the time the book finished up, that's where I got my ultimate hero, and I'm like, and that's where I started putting together the story for Ultimate Hero. I'm like, hey Frank, here's the story. If you want to use it or tie it in, go for it.
Cool. Yeah, so you could be in the second or third book. Like that's the great thing is like my kids read these books not the like everybody knows like the Harry Potter ones, but they would read these books, these series of book called Warrior Cats, and all these cats had like different names and stuff, and there's like 25 books that this author has written. So that's what I see with the Battle Bunnies is once they get on a roll, they'll probably just start releasing a whole bunch of books with a whole bunch of different characters from the community. So Hesk and your legendary or Captain Buggy, all those could, make that into future books, I'm sure.
Oh, I'd love to see not knockoffs, side books with like, a Halloween book or like a Christmas book with the Hooligans. I'd love to see side stories. I think it'd be hilarious and great.
Yeah. Yeah. I've mentioned to John, like they talked about the before times and like, just think about like all the stuff that could be written about the, the elder dragons and like all this stuff that happened before King Harold's time. Like, it's like crazy how much like fan generated art there could be that could help, expand the world of the Battle Bunnies beyond just, kind of the things that Frank and Krista and the author Greg Larson and some of the others are doing in the book. So, yeah, I look forward to that, like just seeing that expand.
Oh, for sure.
I think that's an amazing point, that the fact that it is its first ever Web3 community written novel, like that itself, I think when it first came out, I was the same as you, Travis. I was like, oh, I don't know what to name, and the stories were already so epic. So I was like, hell, I'm just gonna just float with it. And now that I'm getting more of imagination, and I've read like the first books, and I've got more of an understanding as well as now coming into the second and third book, I'm definitely going to be trying to chime in, but having it accessible where you don't have to. Like I thought you had to be super creative to do one back then, but now it's you get to work alongside with the creators to make it sound more, I guess, book friendly. So it's having the platform and the forms that we have for the grimoire and for everything like that. It's just it opened it up for me to be able to actually have some creativeness that actually people want to listen to.
Oh, for sure. Or they just go over to. It also helps, we got those AI generators just to give us that little bit of help. Like if you know what you basically want it to be, just go and type that in, and then it just fills in the rest and be like, does that look good? Does that sound good? Let's just retry this. I mean, that definitely helped me out when I was doing mine, because I'm not creative enough to write those stories for the 3 that I posted.
Nice. Yeah, all the AI generated stuff is helping quite a bit. I'm working, like you doing that kind of stuff, getting like, I wrote my first one for my dragon by myself, but like, I'm going to use the form that John or whoever put together where you can just like, it asks you questions about some of the other characters. Cause like coming up with a creative story for all the ones that I want to come up with, like that just seems impossible. Like I know there's authors out there that do that stuff, but that's not my daytime job, is coming up with the backstories for my people. But I want them to have backstories. I think that's really cool. And I think out of the like series 1, that's when they did that. I know you can do that for your Spartan, but they can't change the name because it's on an older type of contract. But like with series 1, where you can actually change the name of the character, like there's, out of the 3,700 plus NFTs, I think maybe less than half, or not half, like 5% or less have like unique names and stuff like that. I haven't done the analysis on it yet, but it's small. Like there's a lot that still can be named and backstories can be written. So I think that's really, really going to be cool when we see more of that. But I'm excited, like you, Travis, about doing stuff with Euligans. When Krista teased that out recently, that she's going to do a pop-up book next year, and they're going to do some other book stuff with that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that'll be so cool. Cause like, I love the whole Euligan things. Like, I don't know about you guys, but the Christmas stuff is just, it's cool. I like the Halloween stuff too. They teased out yesterday on the spaces that they're going to do some stuff this Halloween. So I'm like, oh man, what are they going to do? Like,
and the drops too. Like they had I think they had a Thanksgiving Day drop where they handed out to holders that was like a backdrop of the falls. Yeah, so like little things here and there also on top of everything.
Yeah, I haven't been here for long enough to have those things, so I'm looking forward to those things too, like special drops and stuff like that. That'll be cool.
Another thing no one's selling.
Yeah, no one will give me one. I do not have a Imaginic Falls.
Actually, I might have two. I might have a double. So if I do, I'll send it over to you.
It's fun. You just cut me off because I was about to say the same thing. I think I've got two as well. So I'll
nice.
If you don't have
covered, Brian.
we'll book you up there.
Travis, you got them?
Do you have King Harold?
I think I got the King Harold. I think I got the Imaginic Falls, and I could have sworn there was one other.
Yeah, I earned through the game. I earned the tree. I got the tree.
Oh,
through
you
the
got
game.
the tree. That's so many golden carrots. Are you serious?
It was 10,000 carats, but I've hopped 37,000
only
times.
10,000.
So, yeah, well, like I
think I have 6,000 carats.
Yeah, I have over 10,000 again. Like I got another 12,000 carats. So I'm hoping they change the store so I can buy something different.
I
don't need another tree. I only need one of those. Like sell me a King Harold or sell me a Imaginic.
That tree is awesome.
Yeah,
that tree is awesome.
Yeah, that Hearth Bunny tree is really cool. Yeah,
I would love a canvas print of that.
Yeah.
Other than what you hold, Travis, of the Battle Bunnies, is there any that you particularly stand out to you that you like more, or do you prefer? Literally, is one of your favorite is what one of you hold? Like my favorite is it's not in the Battle Bunnies collection itself, but it's the Joker, the Jester that Frank drew for DPS's collab. That's by far probably my favorite. Is like, do you have a favorite of anything that if you don't hold, would probably be cooler?
A favorite that I don't hold?
It's a hard one because I know the ones that they hold are usually dear to their heart.
Yeah, do you like Thunder God, or do you like, or are you more into the custom one-offs like this General Squirrel or
I don't think I have. That's so hard because I don't want to. All his work is amazing. It's so hard to just pick which one's my favorite that I wouldn't hold.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like asking somebody which one of your kids is your favorite, and it's like, oh, I love them all except for.
We're gonna ask Frank the same question. So
Yeah. We're gonna ask Frank, which one of your babies do you love? Like, we haven't had Frank or Krista on yet. They're upcoming. Obviously, they just had their moves, so we're excited to once they get settled to have them. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be in October either because they got a lot going on. But maybe we'll get lucky and maybe we'll find an hour with them soon. But yeah, no, I get it. Like it's hard to pick which ones are your favorite. Like when you love everything, like love, like I do. I love them all. I want them all.
All right.
Yeah. Like I didn't get my prints. I have a few prints back here, but I went and just like, oh, I'm just gonna get these printed out. But the ones that they do are the ones like up at the top that I won or I traded with somebody to get that hell, which is the pink one up at the top. And theirs are so much nicer. Like the canvases that they have done, like they have like the backings and all that stuff, and
the quality.
yeah, the quality is just so high. Yeah, it's like
Absolutely.
you got and that is that a bored to death center like custom? Is that what you have there?
Yeah. So this is
Yeah, I got this. Yeah.
You have like mine. Yeah. Phil got like me where he got the wrap and like.
Then I added the logo.
and
I added her name.
Oh, that's cool.
See, now I feel like I got to show something too.
You got to show off your canvases. No, you can move. Love to see the canvases. Oh, sweet.
Oh,
wow. Is that like from his Never Dead or some other collection? That definitely is a LaNatra.
That is pre Battle Bunnies.
Okay.
That's probably like I think maybe 2017.
Okay.
When I picked this guy up. I think.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Oh my
What
God.
is that guy's? Is that does he have a name?
I don't think so.
Doesn't have a
I think
name?
that one was from maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
Then obviously.
Oh, you have Davy Jones, the Pirate King. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So jealous, man.
Yeah.
And then the dragon.
The best thing is though, you can tell Frank's work from a mile away, right? You just look at it and you can just know it's his. And there's so many people in this world, so many artists in this space that are amazing. But you flip a picture up and you go, "That's Frank LaNatra." It's like that is crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah. His art just like jumps off the wall.
Well, thanks for sharing those with us. That's amazing.
That is, I'm
no problem.
a bit jealous now. That's all. But
now we're like, how do we get it?
Yes.
Did you pick those up at Richmond, or did you win those in a contest, or like buy them off the merch site?
I picked both of those up at the Detroit convention.
Detroit convention, okay.
I think everything that I've gotten from him, I've either picked up at the Detroit convention or Hell City in Columbus. Because I actually, on the other side of the house, I actually do have a. If you remember his book from last year, how you would open it and it would show like, oh, here's the rough sketch, here's the line work, and then here's full blown color on his pages. I have one of his rough sketched prints from another piece that he did probably back in like 17 or 16.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah. You're an Art of LaNatra fan. You've got like you've got the outside the collection Battle Bunny stuff, which is really, really even more rare and cool. Like John, he I guess he got introduced to Frank years ago too, and that's what he fell in love with was some of his other art before they ever got involved and started talking about doing the stuff around the Battle Bunny. So I want to see that someday.
Yeah,
maybe we can get John to show that stuff too. But no, that's awesome.
And the
I'd
things
love
that
to see that
showing,
drawing.
I mean, those things could reappear in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
Hint, Frank. Travis would really like to see that, like in the future.
Yeah, Travis would like to see some other things. Like that's the cool thing is like our our founders are more excited. Well, not more excited. They're super excited about the release of this show. So they can't wait to see you, Travis, on camera talking about the Battle Bunnies. Like they asked me in the support ticket recently, like, when can we expect the shows to be released? Because they're all getting edited, the first ones we recorded. So but yeah, once we get those dropped, we'll start releasing on a weekly basis. And that's, I think Frank and Krista, and like, they're going to have watch parties that they want to do inside the community and that kind of stuff. So it's so cool that they're just as much a fan of us as fans as we are of them and their art and everything that they do for us and around the community. And it's so cool. Like, I don't think you find that other places. Like,
I just posted something to the Discord. I Discord during shows also. Hi, my name is Phil. And so, I posted the on-air on there because I know he loves that. Frank loves to see that on-air thing.
Yeah. Would you be up for a game like Travis? This is going to test your knowledge of Battle Bunnies, and you've been around for a while. So are you up for that? Does that sound like fun?
Oh, so you want to hear about, you want to see how much stuff I don't know.
Yeah, it's exactly, it's to stump you to see. And we're going to come up with other games. And we've told other guests, like, this isn't the first time we want to have you on the show. We'd love to have you come back and do it all over again and talk, new stuff or any of that. But we're just trying to have fun. So if you're up for it, we'd like to play Name That Bunny. And I hopefully started off easy. So here's the first one. Name that bunny.
That is Narf the Mad.
That is Narf the Mad. Yes, good job.
Very good.
I wish we had like one of those like sound effects things when we had like the cheering and stuff like that. Okay, so you got that one. All right, name that bunny. And you can just like you can ask for a friend, or you can dial. What is the game show where
you got a clue? You can call a friend, or I think there's a third thing, but
we can give you clues.
Two clues and a friend.
2 clues and a friend. Do you know who this one is?
That's hard. I mean, I don't know a lot of the people's custom bunnies.
This is the #1 hype bunnies bunny, and it's also his Discord name.
#1 hype bunny.
Who's the #1 hype bunny in the community?
This person goes on to Spaces a lot.
He might have Boogie in his name. Boogie. You can phone a friend if you like.
So let's phone a friend, because I'm not quite sure.
I think
Popular era in the 70s.
He likes to disco.
Disco. Disco.
Yeah, this is Disco Fur. This is his Ultimate Heroes Disco Fur.
And it's
I knew what it was, Travis, though, because we did it last week. So
yeah. These guys were stumped last week too. So I think once more people see, like when we had Bill on copying, he's like, next time I come on, I will have studied up. I'm going to learn who some of these bunnies are, because I put some tough ones in his by accident. I wasn't meaning to. So now look for clues on this one. Name that bunny. He's got a crown.
That one, I'd want to say that would be like a rabbit, the rabbit version of King Harold is what I would want to say.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it right. Yes.
Awesome.
You did get it correct. That's King Harold. This is the Battle Bunnies version of him. All right. The test on this one. This one was mentioned earlier, even shown. Who is this Battle Bunny? Phil, can we zoom in like behind you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we can zoom in, but it's the one.
You probably won't be able to see it. Yeah.
Oh, is that BBS's?
Yeah, that's BBS's. This is Grace O'Murphy. All right. Name that bunny.
Oh, I don't know the.
He doesn't have a.
Is that a custom?
This is not a custom, but he's.
Because I remember there was the Thor bunny.
Yeah, this is the Thor bunny. It's just one of the versions. This one's the rainbow version of him, but this is Thunder God. So you got it correct. It's Thor, but it's
I remember.
What's that?
I was gonna say I remember the original one, and I was like, well, I don't remember it being rainbowed.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, and this is like I think Very Hoppy has 2 of the 4, and I think this is one of his. And then, do you have an idea who this famous Valkyrie, might be?
It's Christikins.
It is. Ding, ding, ding. Good job. How about this one?
Oh, that's mine. Ceranos.
Yes, the legendary Ceranos. See, I told you it was easy, right? I put one of yours in. Do you know this one? This one's one of my favorite.
That's Vader.
This is a Vader-like bunny, but that's not its name. It's any other guesses from the community, Luke or BBS?
I know it, so I can't give a.
He's asking you if you know it. That's why you got to say it.
Do you not remember?
Oh, yeah. So this one, I'm not sure the name, but I believe it belongs to Kranz.
It is. It's Kranz's. It's Sidious Rabicus.
That's it.
Sidious Rabicus. And then the last one.
Trying to palm that to me. And I was like, thanks, man.
All right. Do you know who this one is? This is the last one in our Name That Bunny quiz game show.
I do not.
This is from the story. This is a novel character who it's a novel character. You guys know?
That's not
Harper's favorite, right?
What's that? It's a mange Ridgeback, but yeah, this one has a name.
Spartacus.
Spartacus. What do you think, Travis? Do you have a guess?
I'm trying to think of the story. Because I remember a dragon being introduced. I just can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, this is one of the few dragons that talks.
And on the spot, you always get that little bit of extra. It's probably on the tip of your tongue. You'll jump off the space and then be like, "Oh man!"
Let's see. I was trying to think. Is there something that rhymes with?
This is the bunny that. This is the dragon that travels with that travels with Hoplite, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Well, you've got half a point right there.
Yeah, you know from the book that this is Sizemore. I won't drag it out. But yeah, this is Sizemore. So you did great. That was great. We want to introduce more people that watch the show that don't even inside the community, people don't realize you probably named yours the legendary Ceranos. It's a legendary Ceranos version of a Valkyrie. So they probably don't know that it has that name in the collection and stuff like that. So we thought it'd be fun, or at least I did. I thought it'd be fun to show some different ones. And obviously the collection's going to grow. People are going to name theirs. They're going to give them backstories, that kind of thing. So Captain Buggy is in one of the it's in one of the quizzes.
Theranos, the wings are from that, and then the shield too.
Yeah.
Nice.
On the same token, Brian, so it just goes to show, we are all Ultimate fans, but there is still so much we don't know, and that's why putting on these shows is so good, because like you said, me and Travis have been here from day one, before the Spartans were even released, before we were even just doing anything. But we still I still get stumped on half the stuff because there is so much going on. there is so much to learn in it, and it's awesome because around the corner there's always something that I didn't know, and there's always something new. Experiences like this, will forever like burn into my brain, and everyone listening and watching and seeing as well too is like, we are still human, and we don't know every aspect, and having surprises along the way is Web3. I think if we know everything that's coming, it's not as fun as sharing the excitement with our friends.
Yeah, and I know them only because I came up with the quiz, so it's reinforcing to me. Like it's reinforcing to me. I want to know all the names of them because I think it's cool. I like Mrs. Firefly and Peakview have probably the most like that have been named and backstories written and that kind of stuff. Like they could probably have their own quiz, like just for their stuff. Like they have that many that have backstories, so. It's cool.
Great.
Well, we're at 40 minutes. We want to be respectful of your time. Do you guys have any final questions for Travis? That obviously we'd love to have you back on and talk again. But anything else you guys want to know before Travis leaves us today?
Maybe what's the one thing that you haven't seen with the bunnies that you'd like to see?
Ooh,
like they do so much, right? But do you see any gaps? Like what's something that you want, especially since you have that history with Frank, like where like where his art is, and maybe things that you're not seeing just yet?
I think what I'm probably most excited for is hopefully a lot more creatures being introduced. Like, we got the squirrels coming, you got the bunnies, you got the dragons. And I'm hoping to see maybe some of the creatures he's possibly done in the past, but like maybe like a redoing for the story.
What kind of creatures?
Like an octopus?
Like an octopus, or
there's definitely sea life opportunity. I mean, it's an island, so like they could go underwater.
I think it'd be cool to see some more Frank's take on the sea life. Because I know I still to this day, I remember when he posted it a long time ago. One of my favorite pieces that he has drawn and tattooed. I cannot remember what the creature is, but it was a World of Warcraft creature that he redid in his style. And I loved it. It was like this reptilian dude that was like running across the sand with a spear, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, he does a great job with like calling in like
a Murloc.
What's it called? A Murloc?
I believe it was a Murloc.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I've only discovered a couple of like his extra stuff, and if it's not in the Battle Bunnies community, I can't find that stuff. So I'd love to see that. Yeah.
You got to go to his Facebook page.
Oh, good hit.
That's good advice.
He
What's Facebook? What's Facebook?
He doesn't use the Facebook anymore, so that's where all of his pre-Battle Bunny stuff is.
Sweet. That's a gold. That's some gold right there. Like we need to dig into that. Like
because I was about to say, I think he redid his Instagram to mainly focus on Battle Bunnies.
Okay. So he didn't keep all that stuff, but Facebook might be the place to go.
If you want to see it, Facebook.
Awesome. You do. Yeah, I'm going to be there.
We're going to get there before he even hears about this. This is great.
Like I heard about the Never Dead stuff, like that he did. Like he and John had talked about doing the Never Dead stuff. So I saw like a few. I don't know if slides is what I'd call it. Like just a few slides of some of the stuff, the backstory on Never Dead, and that looks cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope he produces that. Like that looks cool. Yeah.
I think with them full-time full-time Frank, although he's full-time now, but just saying that now it's more of a focus. I think that we can get all excited about that.
See more characters. Yeah. I mean, we know the mice are coming. We know the mice are coming for sure because that was teased out recently. So that's a whole different like set of creatures. We're gonna have the squirrels and the mice for sure.
See, now that's news. That's
Oh,
news to me. I didn't know about the mice.
Oh yeah,
So now that's exciting.
yeah. They are doing mice. Like they are coming out with the mice because the mice are allies to King Harold's Vikings, and they're joining in on the fight. Is what I understand because they teased that out in that little like post. Like if you listen to the audiobook, there's like, you know how Marvel does it at the end of their movies where they in the credits they will release like a little clip. Well, that's what they did with this backstory on the mice. So so that's something we can look forward to. We don't know who they are and where they're from, but we definitely know that there are mice and they are coming.
Medieval mice, if I have to recall.
Medieval mice is what they're. So they're going to.
Yeah,
go
not many
medieval
people
on
know
us.
that, so that's going to be great when listeners hear this.
I'd love to see a wasp or a bee in Frank style. I reckon that would be epic. No one take my idea for my custom. When I get a 1 of 1, that's what it's going to be. Okay, so anyone listening right now, please.
You'll get there before me, I'm sure.
I should have said something.
I should.
Well, what did you say? Can you repeat that again? Because I think I missed it. What are we not supposed to steal?
Medieval mice.
The medieval mice. You're going to get a custom medieval mice at some point.
No way. It's going to be a wasp, black and yellow wasp.
Nice. I'll just rewind this and I'll hear what you said. But Alexa, I thought I turned her down, and she's like, "Brian, you need to take out the trash."
We'll release this one before everybody else.
Yeah.
So thanks again, Travis, man. It was awesome to have you here. Absolutely, man.
So awesome.
Oh, no problem.
The ultimate fans of all time. But man, obviously, you still can be an ultimate fan if you did day one. But yeah, it's amazing having you, bro, and can't wait to create even more memories and see you again in person. And we'll whip out this new TCG game and we'll give it a crack.
Oh, for sure. Maybe I'll have to bring one of Frank's T-shirts from his old T-shirt brand with me to Richmond this year.
Well, that would be cool. But
you should.
I did say in the space the other day, I don't know if you caught it, that he's bringing a whole bunch of his old shirts as well that he's just going to give out to us. So it might be one of those, or it might be one before that. So definitely get in early, Travis, which you will be.
Oh yeah. If I had to take a guess, I'm sure it's probably the one that I have. It's the Culture Clash brand. There was like 3 different shirts. He had the pins with him last year at Richmond. They were on the table.
Oh, cool.
Well, I was going to wear my pins today, but I didn't want to take them out of the packet. I really got to appreciate them. I've got to just wear them because, like I said, I wanted to wear them, but I didn't want to open the packet.
Everything can't be like a collection, right? Like you got to love and use it, and like the coffee mugs, like I.
So
as he says that with 5 coffee mugs in the background.
The pirate. I know, like I had a whole bunch of coffee mugs.
We love our merch too, like this one here.
Oh yeah, DPS.
And this little spider. So he Aaron's like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a shirt for you," and I'm like, "Hey, can I send you the design?" And he's like, "Sure." So I took this guy here who I had to haggle with one person on, and then I added the text on the bottom and then the logo at the top corner. And then he's also got a logo on his shirt.
Nice.
Oh,
that's awesome. Yeah,
I think you need to open up one of those pins.
I'm going to open them
on the show. You need to crack open a pin, like it's
unbagging.
See,
it's an unbagging.
I opened all the pins and I put them on my hat, but then on that picture that I have out in the living room, put it around the photo, all the backings from all the pins. That way, they were still there, but they're being used in a frame now.
Yeah, cool. Good idea.
Very good idea.
I got this one from it's Hoplite.
Oh, that's
that's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I got him back on the shelf. Love my pens. Such a geek. I love all my stuff. My wife doesn't understand me. She's like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "I just love the Battle Bunnies. The art is so cool. I want all the stuff, like all the little trinkets and but no, I love the story, so that's why I like, and I love the community. So we appreciate you being a part of the community, Travis, and I definitely look forward to meeting you in person at Richmond.
Oh, for sure.
It's coming up soon, so that'll be exciting. Like what, 4 weeks away, roughly.
Yeah.
So
3 weeks and
Fun,
6
fun,
days,
fun.
but who's counting?
What's that?
Said 3 weeks and 6 days, but who's counting?
Yeah, you're not counting. Like, this is the guy that's showing up to their house early so he can get all the great merch before they even get to the show.
3 weeks and 5 days for me. 3 weeks and 6 days for you. And yeah, I get to.
He's
Yeah.
like, I'm bringing an extra suitcase and my wife to help carry it all. So, like he's gonna have it all before they even show up to Richmond.
I've also got a big order to fill. I'm bringing back a lot of stuff for other community members, and obviously because they're on this side of the world, so it's cheaper for me to ship. So I get to bring a suitcase back to give goodies. So I get to be a part of the goodie giving as well.
Nice. You're like Santa Luke. Santa Luke. He's gonna come with his big bag of goodies in November. Like, well, it'll still be October, I guess. So yeah, that's awesome.
So when are y'all getting into Richmond?
I'm getting in Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what time Frank and Krista are leaving because I'm going with them. But I'm getting into America on Tuesday, like 6 p.m. And then I'll travel up with them Wednesday when they go. So exciting. Get to help set up the booth, and I'll get some good online content for all our listeners as well. I'll videoing and film, like taking pictures the whole time. That way people that aren't coming to the convention can share the Fluffle fan love while we're there.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, cool. Well, we thank you, Travis. We'll definitely have you back on, and we'll see you in a few weeks. It sounds like a couple of us. Thanks again. And,
no problem.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Travis.
Oh man, love the OGs.
That was great.
They got great stories. I mean, it's just so cool to talk to somebody that's been around here for a long, long time. And
the fact that he's been obviously a Frank LaNatra fan from way back as well. It adds that little extra element to, because the stuff that we don't even know about, stuff that we haven't heard about, like we've heard little snippets about Frank talking about it, and we've all Googled Frank LaNatra. I actually Googled him yesterday, just to see some of the stuff. I was actually explaining to my wife more about Frank, and
his art.
He said he was from Mexico. She's like, he looks Mexican, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure he's from
Brooklyn.
Boston, from New York or something.
He's from New York. He's from the borough in New York.
And so we Googled him and looked up his whole encyclopedia. So it's every single day I learned more and more, and I was like, he's definitely not. But who knows? He might be.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody needs to come up with the book of LaNatra, that kind of goes through like all the different years of Frank and Krista's art, and obviously it will continue to evolve, but just putting together like the backstory on or I don't know, the backstory is the right word, but like the history of all his different art collections, because he's going to have fans, from all these different areas. And, I come in it to just Battle Bunnies, but now I want to go out as soon as we get off here, I want to go look at Facebook to see what other stuff he's done.
Post a little hello.
Yeah. You're like, hey, you should come back to Facebook.
Hey, your Facebook page is great.
Yeah, your Facebook page is great, but you haven't posted anything in a while. No, that's what people would say about mine.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love the art that Travis shared the art, and you just each guest that comes on, you just feel that like we're really truly on one page. We're just like everybody that comes in contact with Frank and Krista and the team, like John and Mike. It's like they're also genuine. It's consistency, right? Like you can't, after a while, you're just like, all right, so, but they're consistent. They're consistently good. good people. So
That's hats off to him because
yeah, hats off
if
to
they
Travis, and hats off to all of them. You go ahead, Luke. You talk.
I was gonna say on the back end, like Travis is still backstage right now, and he's typing in our chat here his clothing brand.
Nice.
An ultimate fan.
Well, on that, let's get back to backstage so we can talk to him more.
All right, this never ends, but we have to end it somehow.
Yeah, we do have to end for our audience because they obviously don't want to go for hours and hours with us yet. But someday we're gonna have like a 3-hour long one, and people are gonna just be engaged, and they're gonna love it's gonna be like Joe Rogan for the bunnies.
Unless you don't like him, then it'll be something way cooler.
Yeah, so much cooler now.
As Travis just said.
Yeah. All right. Well,
not financial advice.
Yeah.
We got to throw that in sometime during our discussions, even though I don't think we talked about anything financial. So that was good.
No, I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that you'll be disappointed.
Stop saying that stuff because it's not financial advice. We won't be disappointed in the art because that's what we love.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you love the community, you love the art. That's why we're here. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in, watching, listening, wherever we're reaching you today. We hope you come back and join us next week as we talk to our next Ultimate fan. But thanks again to Travis, aka Hesk, on the in the Discord. We look forward to having him back on the show again and seeing him in Richmond. But thanks for everybody tuning in, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining us today, Ultimate Fan. BBS, Lord L, and Brian, that's me, do hope you enjoyed today's program as much as we did, where Ultimate fans like you are the stars of the show. We'd be honored to have you join us on a future episode where you can share your story and love of the Battle Bunnies with this encouraging community. It would be the greatest compliment if you shared something you love about the Battle Bunnies on your favorite social platform today like X, Facebook, or Instagram and tagged us. Or simply use hashtag UltimateFancast so we can recognize and celebrate with you and other super fans by sharing your post. Bonus points if you do both and use an image of one of your favorite Battle Bunnies or a screenshot of this episode. We know you share, like, and comment because you care about our fellow Ultimate fans as much as we do. Please leave comments too to let us know how we can make this the greatest fan experience for the Battle Bunnies community. This podcast is sponsored by Hairstream Media, your bunnies all the time streaming service. Okay, not really. It is just us fans like you giving some of our time to support other fans like you. Join us over in the Battle Bunnies community and Discord to continue the fun. We hope you tune in with us each week. So make it easy. Subscribe now. We'll be here to keep you hopping when you need us.